This time our guest is Michael Caine, who stars in United Artists' Billion Dollar Brain with Francois Dorliac, Carl Malden, Oscar Homolka, and Ed Begley. This interview was pre-taped on location while the film was being shot in Finland.
This interview was digitally recorded for the Harry Palmer movie site.
So Michael Caine, Harry Palmer's on the move again, huh?
You have to keep jumping up and down in this climate.
Where are you this time?
Helsinki, and it's normally between 3 degrees below zero and 30.
Ooh.
It's never hit 30 yet, though, I must admit, since we've been here. London was the first one, completely in London. The second one was Berlin, and now the third one is Helsinki. The one that Len is writing now is Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, and Bangkok.
See the world with Harry Palmer.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's rather like being a merchant seaman. I'm always somewhere else. I feel as though I have a suitcase full of acting that I carry around and sell to the highest bidder.
There must be lots of problems filming in a cold place like Helsinki.
One of the problems for the actor is close-ups, where your face freezes, and you know, they say, well, he has a very wooden expression. It's not really wooden, it's glacial. Another thing is the camera sometimes slows down, and then if you go inside, the camera immediately fogs up. We just had a 10-minute break for the camera to demist, because we're shooting. The temperature outside, I should imagine this morning, is quite warm. It's about 3 below, not above. And we are inside the botanical gardens here, which of course is cactuses or cacti. And so the place has to be very warm, and the camera fogged up this morning.
Do you wear any special clothes?
This hat, I wear a sable hat. I like to think that I look rather like Rudolph Valentino in, what was that film, The Eagle, he made? An intellectual Rudolph Valentino, glasses. But I remember the first time I put it on, there was a Finnish journalist standing there, and she said to me quite seriously, but she kept a straight face anyway, she said, has anybody ever told you bear a remarkable resemblance to Anita Ekberg? Anita Ekberg. And I keep looking in mirrors when I've got this hat on, just to have another, make sure. But it looks quite good on screen. It's made of sable, and I've grown very fond of it. And I also keep every hat that I wear in a movie. I have a collection of hats which hang all over my bedroom, of every hat I've ever worn in a movie, except the hat from Zulu.
How was the character of Harry Palmer developed during these 3 films?
I used my own growth on him. When I started on Ipcress File, I was an innocent in the movie business. He was an innocent in the spy business. When I did the second one, I was a little more used to what was going on, and so was he a little more used to what was going on. Now, I've got to a stage where I even dare have opinions about what I'm doing, and now he's got to the stage where he even dare have opinions, and he does. And he becomes a little more hard, which I haven't. He becomes a little more hard because he's been in the business just as long as I've been in this business, but he didn't make any money, and I did. I'm determined to change him every time, but you see, in the thriller, you never get a tremendous amount of character. What you more or less get is an atmosphere. And so I change within an atmosphere. I mean, the character is never written very deeply. He slides over very thin ice, literally out here. Actually, out here he slides over very thick ice. But he becomes more involved with the people he meets. For instance, in this, we have the best girls role that we've had in any one of the Palmer pictures. This is played by Francoise Dorliac, marvelous young French actress. He really falls for this girl. I mean, it's not all that sort of surface backchat stuff. And he gets disappointed, but he's cynical enough now to take it and doesn't care. Mm-hmm. In Ipcress File, he would have burst into tears. Also, Harry Palmer is not so much a character as a frame of mind. You can give me, as Harry Palmer, pass the salt, and I'll say it with a frame of mind, which is what acting is all about, really. Lots of people say to me, it's easy to play Harry Palmer, isn't it? Because, I mean, you don't do anything. The easiest thing to do is to shout and scream and shoot somebody and then burst into tears because you forget what you're doing. The hardest thing to do is to just sort of toss them off one after the other, you know, with a frame of mind.
Why is he such a cool character?
He's doing his job. The whole way through the movie, he's doing his job. He does his job 24 hours a day, as opposed to other people who go home at 5:30, and then they can sort of live life. With the spy story in general, the spy is always on, and so that's what you get with Palmer. He never ever relaxes. So he has to be cool, otherwise he'd blow his top, I'm sure.
Seems to do everything against his will.
Everything is against his will, because you see at the beginning of the picture, he is a private detective and is inveigled back into being a secret agent again. And this is how the picture opens.
What takes him to Finland?
He comes to Finland just on a job of someone asked him to deliver a parcel, that's all. I can't tell you what's in the parcel, because again, that's part of the story. And from there on, he gets involved in everything and winds up in Riga in Latvia. And the place we use for that is a place here in Finland. We obviously can't go to Riga in Latvia. There's a place here called Porvoo, which is a beautiful town.
What does the billion-dollar brain refer to?
Billion-dollar brain refers to Harry is working for an organization and he wants to find the boss, and the boss is in actual fact a computer. So he's gone right through to now the computer runs the system. But the computer is actually owned by a Texan general, a right-wing Texan general, who has a force in Finland.
Who plays this Texas millionaire?
Ed Begley, American actor. I think he's won the Academy Award twice.
Yes.
We also have Carl Malden in the movie, Oscar Homolka, and as I said before, Françoise Doliac, who's marvelous actually. I'm working with more and more famous people, and I mean people like Ed Begley and Carl Malden, they both have Academy Awards.
I wonder if this story has the same impact as the first two.
Put together. Louis Gilbert once said to me, he directed Alfie, he said, you'll find in movie business, you wind up what you start with, which is a script, good, bad, or indifferent. And this is the best script we've had. And to me, the best story. I mean, we're in the business of entertaining in this field, you know. And this for me is the most interesting one. It's the one, having read the script and visualized the finished film, it's the one that I would think I would most want to see and most be interested by. A very, very fast-moving thriller set against some very, very strange backgrounds that they really have never seen before. And if we can make those 2 hours go by like one, then we've succeeded. And I hope people enjoy it when they see it.
It's been great talking with you, Michael Caine.
Thank you very much. It's been very nice talking to you. This is Michael Caine saying goodbye from the set of Billion Dollar Brain in Helsinki.
This has been Dick Strauss reporting on location